How's it going, everyone? Baby Dragon 48 here, coming at you guys with an updated hero deck profile that I'm currently running this format post the September 2020 ban list. But before we get into the video, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like the content that I'm bringing to you guys, and don't forget to click on that notification button to stay up to date with all my future videos. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So this is a going second hero build. Just the way that the format is right now, I feel that our turn 1 board aren't as strong and that we have a better chance at winning by going second, breaking our opponent's boards, and just straight up OTKing them. So with that being said, let's get right into the profile. I run 3 copies of Elemental Hero Stratos. I do not understand why there's still an argument of running any less than 3 of him in the deck. He's your best hero in the deck, helps provide spell and trap card removal, and can search out any hero from your deck to your hand, so you should be maxing out on him. Up next, we run 2 copies of Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. This is what allows you to add your mass change from your deck to your hand, or you can go ahead and use his second ability where if he's sent to the graveyard, you can search out any hero from your deck to your hand as well. Then we run the 1 Elemental Hero Solid Soldier, the 1 Liquid Soldier for your Sunrise plays, and then your 1 Elemental Hero Honest Nails to help enable your OTK plays. So that's it for the Elemental Heroes. Up next for the Vision Heroes, we run 3 copies of Vision Hero Ferris. This is another hero which you should be running 3 of him in the deck. You really want to see your Ferris in your opening hands. Then we run the 2 Vision Hero Increase to go along with it, and the 2 Vision Hero Vion as well. So that's it for the Vision Heroes. For the Destiny Heroes, we run the 2 Destiny Hero Militias, the 1 Destiny Hero Plasma. Again, this is one that some people tend to cut, but I feel you really still need to run him because he's a generic skill drain for the deck, and the ability to be able to snatch an opponent's monster to equip it to him comes in clutch so many times. And to round off the Destiny Heroes, we have the 1 Celestia and the 1 Dynatag. Of course, since we run Fusion Destiny, we need to have its targets. Lastly, we run the 1 Evil Hero Dusted Gold, which allows you to bring out one of your best extra deck monsters in an Evil Hero Malicious Bane. So that rounds off the monsters, guys. Up for the spells, we run 3 copies of Fusion Destiny. This is a card that I have debated over and over again. Should I cut it or should I keep it? And I did actually end up cutting Fusion Destiny for a period of time in favor of 3 Nibiru and 2 Ash Blossom. And let me tell you guys, Nibiru and Ash Blossoms are great cards, and they were there to help me stop my opponent from making their plays. But then what I was lacking was that combo starter like Fusion Destiny. Yes, I was able to stop my opponent, but so many times I didn't have enough combo pieces in my hand to go ahead and finish them off after stopping their plays. So I went ahead and put in Fusion Destiny back in the deck, and I'm going to go ahead and keep it in the deck because I felt it added more consistency to this deck than the Nibiru and Ash Blossoms did. Then we run 3 copies of Mass Change, obviously to help bring out your best masked hero in Masked Hero Darklaw. We run 2 Emergency Calls to help search out your heroes. And for the newest addition to the deck, I run 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet. Wow, guys, has this card been such a difference maker in this deck, and this is the reason why I feel this build is so strong going second. This card allows us to negate our opponent's troublesome effect monsters and then go ahead and go in for the OTK. Unlike Dark Ruler No More, where yes, it can do roughly the same thing, but we wouldn't be able to go ahead and OTK our opponent. And that is what makes all the difference in this card. Yes, it comes with the price of having to discard cards, but you can go ahead and finish your opponent off as opposed to Dark Ruler No More. It is a bit of a pricey card, so if you do need a budget alternative, Dark Ruler No More is still a great card to have in the deck. Up next, I run 2 copies of Super Polarization to get rid of that pesky Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, 1 copy of Dark Calling, 1 Polarization, the 1 Miracle Fusion, and your 1 A Hero Lives. So that rounds off the spells. For the lone traps in the deck, I run 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, which is by far the best hand trap in the meta. So that rounds off the deck, guys. It is a total of 42 cards. For those of you guys who really have to have your deck at an even 40, I suggest you go ahead and trim both the Super Polis in the deck to bring it down to an even 40. So let's go ahead and get into the extra deck. For the extra deck, I run the 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon for the Super Polarization target, 2 Masked Hero Darklaw, 1 Masked Hero Acid, 1 Masked Hero Anki. For the Elemental Heroes, 1 Sunrise, 1 Absolute Zero, and 1 Escuridao. For the Destiny Heroes, we run 1 Dystopia and 1 Dangerous. For your Fusion Destiny targets, the 1 Vision Hero Trinity, the 1 Evil Hero Malicious Bane, and for the links, we run 2 copies of Cross Crusader and 1 Dread Decimator. So the only difference in my extra deck is that I went ahead and cut out Wonder Driver for the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. The reason I felt Wonder Driver wasn't as necessary in this build was because the main purpose you use Wonder Driver for is to help make those double Dark Law boards, which I feel is mainly you only make in a going first build. I don't really feel a need to make a double Dark Law in a going second build, so that is why I went ahead and cut Wonder Driver. And I went ahead and kept the Dread Decimator instead because you want to OTK. The only change that I might consider making in that extra deck right now is I'm considering cutting the Anki in favor of an elemental hero, the Shining. Reason being is I have been facing a lot of Dogmatica, Shadows, what Construct is a light, and a lot of dinosaurs, and the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is also a light. So something like the Shining can help get rid of those troublesome cards. So that rounds off the extra deck, guys. Let's go ahead and move on to the side deck. For the side deck, I run 3 copies of Nibiru, 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More. I am considering cutting the Dark Ruler No More in favor of 3 copies of Ash Blossom, just because I do run the Forbidden Droplet in the main, so I don't feel I need Dark Ruler No More as much anymore. So then I run the 3 copies of Cosmic Cyclone. These were Twin Twisters before, and overall I do like Twin Twisters better than Cosmic Cyclone, but the reason I switched them out is because I have to discard to activate Twin Twisters, and I do run Forbidden Droplets and Super Polarization in my deck, which I also have to discard to activate their effects. So there were times where I would have all 3 in my hand and I wouldn't have enough cards to discard to activate all their effects. So I wanted to go ahead and cut out the Twin Twisters for something that I don't have to discard to activate its effect, and Cosmic Cyclone is the next best thing. Then I run the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster just to go ahead and help me with those back row heavy decks. Then I run the 3 copies of Soul and Judgment. For if my opponent makes me go first, I'll go ahead and side these in preparation for that. And then the 2 evenly matched. So that rounds off my side deck, guys. Alright, so that just about wraps up the deck profile. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a big thumbs up down below. Drop a comment as well as to what deck you guys are playing this format. And last but not least, guys, go ahead and support the channel by hitting that subscribe button. That's all I have for you guys today. Baby Dragon 48 out.